After 3 long weeks of Eastern knockouts, we finally know which of the 2 teams are advancing to the mid-season madness and competing with the Western world. So after such a long and arduous journey and not 1 but 2 different brackets, surely the finals were an epic clash of wills and definitely not some of the most lopsided matches of the entire knockouts. Starting off with Hangzhou vs Dreamers, I just want to say that I am still pissed off about the Charge losing to Dreamers and denying us of another showdown, and that despite this absolute clobbering, this mollywoppage, this dismantling that the Spark performed, Dreamers did far better than anyone anticipated and should be proud of what they've accomplished in this bracket. It really didn't matter which comp streamers whipped out, whether Winston, Ryan, Diva, all of them got completely smoked, and I want to give a special shout out to Missin for being a scientific marvel. He's like a rat looking for cheese, because if you put him in the center of a maze, he'll always take the shortest possible path back to spawn. The only thing that kind of looked like a bright spot is Spectra, because he was pretty much the only reason Dreamers were able to take a Koth point, but other than that 1 point, it was a tough watch still. As a Spark fan, I found no joy in what I witnessed. Like, if you're the #1 football fan in the world, surely you don't enjoy Big Ronnie going down to the park and just punting all the kids through a brick wall. There's no joy, just pain. Now you might wonder if this means that the Spark are back, and I just do not feel confident enough to say that whatsoever. While they're definitely at their peak of the season so far, Dreamers aren't anywhere near the caliber of play that we're about to see in the mid-season madness. Realistically, Dreamers have absolutely zero chance of taking a map from any other team in the mid-season madness, so to claim that this means Spark are back would be a bit silly, to be honest. Now, if they dominated the Charge, maybe there's something there, but Choi having an off game resulted in them losing to Dreamers, so even then, I just don't think so. So after suffering through that match, I was hyped to see what Seoul vs Dallas would bring, and then I was immediately flattened by an equally bad beatdown. Dallas actually started strong and got the first 99% of the game, but then only managed 2-point captures over 4 maps, when even Dreamers had 3. The Infernal were their usual selves. You had Mag having some fun on ball, you've had some skewed Zen action, and nothing really out of the ordinary, except I guess Zest had a better game than usual. He seemed to be exactly where he needed to be every fight. Dallas were exposed for reasons that we've come to expect. Sparkle and Edison just couldn't hold a candle to Zest and MN3, and the McDonald's ice cream machine was broken beyond repair. Edison specifically was on Sombra over 75% of the game, and I thought that we've come to terms that Edison only counts as a real player on Reaper or a hit scan maybe, but nah, let's just play him on Sombra and Tracer and just give up on everything we've learned. Alright, sure, whatever. In addition to that, the MCD Moira experiment seems to have been a failure, which is weird because we're seeing the West actually pick up the Moira, so I don't know why we're putting MCD back on characters where he can just die on, but whatever. And finally, they pretty much gave up on the Ramatra except to play it on Shambali defense and a little bit of Blizzard World. After the MN3 Bastion incident last week, I guess they lost confidence in their system and tried to change things up, but it shifted them away from their strengths as a team and clearly just did not work. Like, they actually put up a decent fight on Colosseo with Humbin's Junker Queen, and if we saw some more stuff like that, we could have had a more competitive series. With that said, even though the Infernal didn't reach the checkpoint themselves, they felt very much in control of the game the whole way through and played the bridge stall very well in overtime. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the Eastern teams heading into the mid-season madness. Do they stand a chance, or are they destined to be the weaker region? As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more Overwatch League content. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.